Hey, it's Alan Williams, Go Live Pure. And the last time that I talked with you, I was just starting my 3-day water fast. Well, it's about 5 in the morning, 3 days later, and I'm about to end that fast. Now, I've done a lot of these fasts before, so they become, I wouldn't say easy, but I know what to expect in them. But each time it's a little different. And this one was a little different. It seemed that I went into the cleansing process a lot faster, where I started to detox. And I would explain that later as far as what fasting, what happens. And energy is a little low right now, and I'm into that third day. Actually, going past that third day is really when you start to detox and cleanse. But I'm not going to go into that phase because I don't feel like that's what I'm trying to actually. The goal is the goal of this fast was to actually reset myself as far as eating, as I explained before, and that's the way I get back on track, and also just reset myself internally, mentally, spiritually, and everything else. So, before I mentioned that I was gonna do like a all greens, gonna eat all greens in this fast. Well, I'm gonna change that because I feel like I need some nutrients. I need a whole array of nutrients from different food groups, or not different food groups, from different types of food. So I'm going to be eating just fruits and vegetables. That'll be primarily green vegetables. And I also got myself some Chorella. This is clean Chorella from the natural news store. Clean Chorella. This is like the cleanest Chlorella on earth, that's what it claims, but it doesn't have a lot of the metals that can be found in some of the Chlorellas that you can buy. And I got some spirulina that's in the fridge. I don't know if you guys know what Chlorella and spirulina is. They're just actually these blue-green algae that supposedly have a high nutritional content, sometimes called superfoods. But they have a lot of nutritional contents that may be missing in some of the, well, not missing, but let me just say, they have high nutritional content. Anyway, and good for cleansing the body also. So where was I going? Oh, I'm gonna step back on the fast. One of the things that can happen in the fast is that I had a shoulder here that's really, I knew with a lot of inflammation and problems, and I knew it had to do with some of the things that I was putting into my body that was causing that inflammation, to really be worse and increase. And with that fasting, you start to detox and things like that. I'm able, my range of motion, I don't have the pain that I had before. There's still some pain that's there, but before this was excruciating. But now, as I move it across this way, it's not as excruciating. I can feel stiffness and soreness, and sometimes some popping and creaking, and you hear like crunching, because there's junk that's in my joints and all kinds of, and that's a lot of that stuff that's been coming out. Man, have I been drinking some water? And have I been going to the bathroom? But I've also had this constant like churning that goes around in here, but that's like all that junk detoxing coming out, and it's like, but the more water I drink, the more it comes out, and I pee, and I can get into what that, it's like, tongue turns white. So the longer you do your fasting, the faster you cleanse, the more it would cleanse, and then that process will actually stop. And you would go into a healing process. Like I said, I wasn't going to go through all of that right now. That was not the express purpose of the fasting. But I think I explained everything that I wanted to explain. And just to let you know where I was at. So I made it through. I was a little weak at some points. Right now I don't have all my energy, but I'm fine. I'm not dying. So like I said, I've done this before. The first time I did a fast, one day was like, ah. Now 3 days, it's more of a mental preparation than the physical. And the fasting, man, up here is where it messes with you. But if you're able to push through it, you're fine. You won't die. But I wouldn't suggest that anyone would just jump into fasting without first researching it, knowing what you're getting yourself into, because sometimes you jump into a fast and some underlying chronic conditions can show up that you don't know are there, and it can cause you some problems, and you might not know what to do with it during that period. So research it, go into that deeply, and find out, learn what fasting is all about, and before you would jump into it, get some advice. You might even want to go to, I would say, if you're going to go to a doctor, to go to more of a, what's the ones they call it, naturopathic doctors, the ones that more natural ways, not a regular allopathic doctor. If you're an MD, you go, head, nose, and throat doctor. I wouldn't go to them. I would go to a naturopathic doctor, someone who deals in nutritional health, the more natural way of doing things. Anyway, I've talked long enough because my mouth will go on and on and on. I'll be getting back with you guys, let you know how my fruit and vegetables are going. No sugar, no anything else but fruits and vegetables through smoothies. I'll do a few little salads and things like that, and just eating straight raw vegetables in their purest form, just straight, green beans, just take them, pick them up, eat them. Not much cooked stuff. Probably in this period it will be mostly raw, probably 90 to 10%. 90 raw, 10% cooked, if at all cooked anything, for the next 30 days, if I didn't mention that. 30 days, which is about probably up until about January 28th, if I'm figuring that right. Today is the 29th, something like that. Anyway, that's it. I want to thank you very much for showing up. Like I said, I've talked long enough, took up enough of your time, and thank you for listening and even coming here. I really appreciate you guys who listen and comment. That really encourages me, and I thank you very much. So, you guys out there, you be blessed and you be your best. I'm Alan Williams, Go Live Pure.